Welcome, folks, to TNN. Today we have, well, a lot. This is a historic episode of TNN, I will say, because Trump got shot. And secondly, Boogie lied. Both stories of equal stature, of course.
And importance to the US people.
And last but not least, England lost the Euros.
Yes! In non-biased news here at TNN.
Non-biased, of course.
Non-biased, completely.
Never biased here.
It didn't come home.
Story number one. Trump gets shot. We're not going to show it because I don't think you can on YouTube, but I'm sure everyone's already seen it. So we're just going to talk about it. Okay, we're recording this Monday. This happened Saturday while I was feeding baby ducks, Brian, and it's been going crazy ever since. Where were you, Brian, when Trump got shot?
I was on the other building. They didn't catch me.
Shut up, dude.
Where was I? Oh, I was in the gym.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Can anyone corroborate that?
There's cameras. I was in the gym.
Okay, all right. Whew, we're okay, guys.
And then
we're okay.
I remember I looked up at the TV while working out, and I saw the fist and then the smear of blood, and I was like, damn, that's some crazy Photoshop. And then I was
wait a second.
And then I was like, wait a second, what happened? What's going on?
Did your workout get better or worse after that?
I ended my workout. I couldn't focus on the workout.
He was shouting fight, Brian. He was like, fight. And he was saying that for you in the gym.
He was shouting pump, keep pumping.
Yeah, pump that iron, Brian. Pump that iron. He's fine now. He just walked into like a Republican convention with a big ear patch to cover quite a small cut. That has to be a medical reason.
The bandage is definitely emphasized. Like,
I think it could have been about 50% smaller.
Bit of Dettol, get a bit of Dettol, bit of Sudocrem and a plaster. It'd be grand. Absolutely grand. But no, they put a massive bandage on the ear and he looks like Dr. Spock in cosplay.
So this is the moment we can't show you guys.
Everyone's seen it. You've all seen it.
Everyone's seen it.
Everyone has seen it.
I've been looking at this a lot, Brian.
So have I.
This is actually something I think we're informed on now.
Yeah, he looks right, looks left, and then right at the exact moment. It's actually bizarre.
What happened was Trump always faces forward in his rallies. But at this particular rally, he had a giant graph of immigration numbers and how they've like exploded to like 250,000 or something, however many days or months or whatever, right? So basically he's talking about that. So usually he doesn't really have anything and he's just facing forward. For this rally, he had something off to the side and he was facing this way and the shot came from that direction. So it was kind of east, I guess, I don't know. But it was about 140 yards, they said, on top of a building. And that's a whole different story of why this guy even got to that position and shot.
How the hell did they allow that nut job be up there for that long?
Yeah.
I just don't understand it. I don't understand if there's this kind of protocol that they have to follow, which makes no, sorry. I've seen Shooter with Mark Wahlberg. He taught me everything I need to know about president assassination. I don't understand how the Secret Service didn't go out to this spot, do their due diligence on this location, and point out the possible threat points. You can't help but get a little bit like you don't want to allow conspiracy is wrong because then that's where everything gets blown out of the water.
Well, there's a lot of assumptions. It's a rabbit hole.
Way too many assumptions. You have to wait for facts. But it's still like, how did this guy get 7 minutes untroubled?
Honestly, you know what I believe? If you pick the lamest reasoning, that's usually correct, because in situations like this, because they're so insane, people want all the facts around it and pertaining to it to be insane as well. But sometimes it's just normal reasons. It's just a guy that was 20 in school. He failed his rifle class that he tried to join. He obviously didn't like Trump, but some people say that he did, but I think that one's completely wrong.
Registered Republican that did not like Trump. I think that's what I've seen.
Yeah, the registered Republican thing, the theory on that one is basically he registered as a Republican to vote for someone else other than Trump in the primary, to just mess with Trump, and then swap to vote Democrat in the actual election. Because he's 20, so he's probably one of his first times voting. But basically, I would say he was like, dude, I don't need to swap to Democrat. I ain't going to be an election for this man. That's what he was thinking. But the crazy thing about the angles, to get back to it, it was shot from this angle, and so Trump was facing this way. The bullet was going to go here, and Trump turned to go look at the board that was on the right, and it went through his ear. So that's the whole thing, is like he just turned his ear pretty much last second and then went through here and The memes are insane. I will say that, guys. Being a part of history in 2024, memes are off the charts. At first I was like, damn, dude, people shouldn't be memeing this. So he nearly died. And then after I saw really like maybe 5 really funny ones, I was like, oh, but they're funny. But they're funny.
I blame Tyler for my one.
Oh, Tyler memed instantly. I posted people who hate Trump right now crying. Because there was such a divide when it happened. The 3 main type of tweets were meme about the shooter being bad. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is awful. This is the worst thing ever. And 3, damn it. And you know the people that were saying damn it were like...
I was definitely part of the making fun of the shooter.
Yeah, you were in the Wildcat camp of making fun.
I was making fun of the guy's lack of ability to... Like, could you imagine... Hey, this is important. Could you imagine you make it your life mission?
And you know you're gonna die doing it.
That's what I found so funny. Was this guy has dedicated, this is my life mission now. And I'm probably going to die. And this is it. Here we go. I missed.
But again,
and that's it.
He failed rifle class. He didn't get into his rifle club. He failed.
His whole goal has now backfired. He did a Uno reverse card. He has actually helped.
He helped Trump. He really did. I think the race would have been very close.
Things would have been better if he just stayed at home.
I can't vote. So a lot of people think like, because Brian obviously is pretty anti-Trump.
I hate him.
And I try and bounce off that. I sound and look pro-Trump, but I'm not. I try and just be neutral.
People made an assumption based on my disliking for... I don't like the man. I don't think he's a good man. I don't think he's a good representation for America. That's just my personal opinion.
You're allowed to have that opinion, and that's why they're voting.
I don't want people to assume things because I don't like the guy. This is not how you do politics. You do not do this. The violent aspect of trying to do that or wishing upon that, no. I would want him to be humiliated. That's the only thing I would want if he lost and got embarrassed, because that's what I would want. Not someone to be shot. It's not a good rhetoric. You're turning into basically a dictatorship if that's the case, where if you don't like someone, they get them killed. That's not democracy.
This is one of the pictures that came through that people were like, that's kind of badass. He just got shot and he stood up and put his fist in the air and he's got blood in his face, you know. And then there was another photo I think that was circulating a lot more, which was this one.
That cameraman has made his money. You see him? I think he's in red. He was running left and right.
From the side of the stage. Instantly, once the shot went off, this guy was like Vanos with the camera, bro.
Yeah.
This guy was award winning. This guy's getting like...
It was insane. That dude is making his money.
He was there to take photos. He did take a photo, and it's actually like, unironically, the best promo you could ever want as a president.
That picture's so nutty. That picture, like, I want that to be real. I'm pretty sure it is
like
real.
It's fake, but also I think it is real.
I cannot trust anything I see.
Timing is correct because he's wincing from the bullet going through and stuff like that.
Was his sign already like toppled over? If you look at the previous picture that we were on, you can see, I think it's after the kerfuffle, his sign like falls down a little bit. There, look at his sign.
That's when they tackled him though.
Yeah.
So this is apparently the bullet that flew by from here across and went through his ear, and it kind of like directed down because obviously it was a downward shot from on top of the building, and that's him wincing. So insane stuff, folks. Insane stuff. This is Brian's.
It's a great tweet. Great tweet. I prefer not to speak. If I speak, I'm in big trouble.
And then I obviously laughed because I thought that was quite funny. And then this is me farming. We saw me farming. This is me doing a bit of farming, 500,000 views, you know, just, hey, why not? You know, that's my job, to get views. People who hate Trump right now, and that's it. There was a lot of upset people on Twitter on all sides of the aisle. And this is Wildcat's tweet. Motherfuckers with this PFP creaming their jorts right now to that fist race.
I think it's so funny. All of them have the front driver's seat picture.
You're gonna love his reply though.
People keep saying I look like this. Look again, dumb fucks.
Yeah, that's so good. I want to get this picture.
Oh, put it in there. Put it in there.
Put Wildcat circle into
put
it
in there.
And then just get it circulated among the internet.
Yeah, just do that.
It's the new one. McGregor and Chandler became friends over this, Brian. So McGregor posted about the situation, saying that essentially, long story short, Trump should be on a yacht, chilling out and playing golf. But yet he's eating bullets in Pennsylvania. Godspeed and God bless America. You know, that's his tweet. And then Chandler is like, we stand united on this one, which is funny because these guys have been at each other's throats for about 2 years. And I talked to Dana today, and our new date all looking good. 24 for sure. So Conor McGregor just essentially casually leaks that they are actually fighting this year. So thank you, Conor.
Look forward to him losing.
Most people's reactions are like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. WTF. Hassan, however,
he's clip farming harder than the new crop of phase talent. He's like phase Ronaldo. He's clip farming harder than Jinxie. He keeps throwing up his fucking fist.
Been at many of these Trump rallies. And
It's
here's a picture from
over.
so Hassan thinks that Trump was clip farming. Which is essentially, he was doing it all for clout. Everything after he got shot was for clout, Brian.
He definitely saw an opportunity. He
You think he was clip farming?
No, he definitely like with the fist and the fight. I was like, this man knows an opportunity and he's fucking taking it. He definitely took an opportunity.
I think he was pumped full of adrenaline and wasn't thinking. When you nearly, I've never nearly died. I don't think you've even been close to dying like this. Thank God. I think in that state of near death, you go in fight or flight, and I don't think he was even thinking, and he just went into fight mode. And then the SS were like, "No, you gotta run. We gotta get you out of here."
He was like telling them, like he was like, wait, like he says something to them.
Yeah, because
like,
he actually wanted to keep talking. He did an interview recently where he said,
Yeah.
"I want to keep talking, but they told me I had to leave." And there was a president that was actually shot at, and he kept talking for another 2.5 hours after he was shot at.
Teddy Roosevelt. He says, ladies and gentlemen, I don't believe you know this, but I've just been shot, but it takes more to take down a bull, something bull.
Play the clip, editor. Play the clip.
There's no clip of there's no fucking vlog camera like back then, Teddy Roosevelt.
Telling me Teddy Roosevelt wasn't flipping farm clipping, dude?
No, bro's just a fucking beast who got shot. He's a huge dude. Teddy Roosevelt kept talking for another 50 minutes and then went to the
and
hospital.
it was all for clout, man. What a clout chaser, Teddy Roosevelt.
I don't fully disagree. Like, you know, if I'm in a political race and I'm in a situation where someone fucked up and I'm like, well, time to fucking use this to my advantage.
Bro, I don't think people think that fast after they've gotten shot.
No, when was the last time you were shot in the air?
That's my
You don't
point.
know.
That's my point.
You don't know.
That's
So you
my
can't,
point.
But you can't say no when you don't know when it's either side. Who knows?
Yeah, so the answer is no. Trump was not clip farming.
No, I'm not saying clip farming. I'm saying he could have thought this would be a great moment here to, you know, show strength.
Maybe. So this was a guy who died at the rally. It was a fire chief for Buffalo Township, Cody Ko. Yeah, the family posted about it. Seems like a pretty decent family guy. It's obviously sad, like he was just attending a rally. So this stuff is very sad.
Are there 2 other people critical?
Yeah, there's other people who are in critical condition as well. So hopefully they'll make it through. So Trump says, I want to thank the United States Secret Service and all the law enforcement for the rapid response on the shooting that just took place in Butler, Pennsylvania. Most importantly, I want to extend my condolences to the family of the person at the rally who was killed and also to the family of another person who was badly injured. It is incredible that such an act can take place in our country. Nothing is known at the time about the shooter who is now dead. I was shot with a bullet that pierced the upper part of my right ear. I knew immediately that something was wrong, that I heard a whizzing sound, shots, and immediately felt the bullet ripping through my skin. Much bleeding took place, so I realized then what was happening. God bless America. Now, since this, there's been a lot of information about how much he should be thanking the law enforcement, because they definitely lapsed in judgment or action. And then who the shooter is and the details surrounding the shooter is definitely known as well. Yeah. To be fair, I will say I very, very, very much liked Biden's statement. And I actually think Biden has taken the right direction on this. And I think he should continue in this direction. So, Brian, you can read this one since you love Biden.
See, it's comments like that where you get me in trouble.
What? You say I love Trump when I don't love Trump. You say I should wear a fucking MAGA hat. Shut the fuck up, Brian. I can say you love Biden if you say I love Trump. You can't get upset, Brian.
Behind the scenes and then on camera, he places, don't listen to him.
And things are getting heated in politics and don't let terrorizer react.
Your tweet of people who don't like Trump crying thing, you're just missing. You just need your fucking your shades and then the front seat picture.
Yeah, my bad, bro. I'll at you next time. Come on and read the fucking tweet, would you?
I have been briefed on the shooting of Donald Trump's rally in Pennsylvania. I'm grateful to hear that he's safe and doing well, and I'm praying for him and his family and all of those who were at the rally. As we wait further information, Jill and I are grateful to the Secret Service for getting him to safety. There's no place for this kind of violence in America. We must unite as one nation to condemn it.
There you go. That's about as safe as a tweet as you could possibly get. And then there's just a bunch of really mad people. I'm just like, he was being nice, guys.
Nothing's ever good enough.
Really, it isn't. Once you hit a side in America, that's it.
That's my problem. This country has forgotten how to talk to each other.
Yeah.
There's no conversation. There's no debate. It's either you're on my side or you're
not.
not.
Not at all, Brian. They don't listen to each other like we listen to each other, Brian, right?
Shut up, you Trumpster.
So apparently he was heavily bullied, and this guy was interviewed talking about it.
I mean, he would sit alone at lunch. I mean, he was just an outcast, and you know how kids are nowadays, so they're gonna see someone like that, and they're gonna target him because they think it's funny or whatever. So it's the best way I can describe it. And it's honestly kind of sad. Like, I don't want to say this is what provoked it, but you never know.
100% agree with him. Like, the trend of broken home combined with bullying at school, creating violent young men.
Mental health.
Yeah, but all the mental health is contributed to by the poor home and poor school. That shit fucks with your head, man.
And pharmaceuticals, that they put these kids on meds at a very young age.
I don't think this guy was on meds, man. Who knows?
No, I'm saying other you-know-whats. I still feel like kids in this country are put on a lot of meds, and I don't agree with it. There's a deep-rooted problem in this country. Pharmaceuticals and basically a very monopolized system that
Okay, that's a whole... I wasn't going
that's a
there.
whole... No, it's,
I wasn't going there.
I think this whole system is so corrupt.
It is very heavily skewed into the hands of the few, and combine that with... It's, you know... Several things. What's up, darling? Uh-oh. Special delivery. Okay, good girl. My daughter made me something.
I thought you called Aaliyah a good girl.
Look what I got. Look what I got from my daughter.
Are you ginger?
Thank you. Let me go out and give her a hug. Let me go out and yeah, it's so cute. So I'll tell you which one's me.
Ginger
This
one.
one's me.
Yeah, I thought so.
This one's Aaliyah. And this one's my daughter. So I like how I'm orange, Aaliyah's black, and then my daughter's orange and black. So she's pretty smart.
You've one orange eye. I feel like I'm the dad.
That's a weird sentence. To carry on our point about psychology and therapists giving young people a lot of, you know, mental medication, I think where I agree with you is they should try and find the root cause of why the person is going through these thoughts and emotions, versus just, here, take this and don't feel anymore. Feel amazing or feel nothing.
Here's your bill.
Yeah, it's like, see you next week. This was the angle. This is where he was at. This was where the shooter was at. And so people are just wondering, how did this happen with 150 yards? Because apparently, I think the Secret Service has to secure up to 500 yards.
Yeah.
And the people who were the snipers on this roof in the bottom right,
Saw the guy for 7 minutes.
well, they were looking beyond 150 yards. They're looking beyond 500 yards. Because the scope of what's supposed to be secured and safe is within 500 yards. But the shooter was within 150 yards. But the snipers, who are the long-range snipers, are supposed to look beyond 500 yards. So that's why a lot of people are like, wait, why didn't they do anything? They think basically it was because they were looking further away. And then the communication is very limited between local law enforcement. So the Secret Service takes care of obviously close proximity of Trump. But this section where the shooter is at was given to the local law enforcement. And apparently the communication between local law enforcement and the Secret Service is very limited. Only one or two people can actually go contact the Secret Service. And there's verification processes and all this. It's kind of convoluted, which is not smart in a situation like this when information needs to be transferred really fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So people were definitely not reporting this well, and the snipers were not looking out well. I don't have a big conspiracy theory about it. I think it's incompetence. You would totally risk multiple shots from an untrained 20-year-old taken from 200 yards away, not ending your life by an inch, so you could take a picture, get a picture, and rally your base. That makes total sense. Good take, guys. You were really smart. Yeah, the whole it was all fake and staged, I think is horrible.
The only thing I hate about this is how much of a Trump Elon really is.
Well, he's pretty much pro-Trump. He came out and said he's
Pretty
voting Trump.
much. He's endorsing him with his arsehole wide open. It's insane.
There it is there.
It's insanity.
He pivoted fast.
Oh my god, he bought a
pivoted
whole
fast.
platform. Now he's gonna get Trump back on his platform, and
Well, he got him back ages ago. Trump just refuses to do anything on Twitter. But yeah, Elon Musk before this will try to stay neutral and not vocally come out as endorsing Trump, but he 100% after all this has endorsed Trump.
Let's shoot you.
Yeah, Trump in the meeting the day before. Okay, Trump, numbers are down. Polling, we're not doing too good.
Here's an idea. Hear me out.
We got a 20-year-old that doesn't care anymore. Okay?
He was bullied. Life's going nowhere. He's at the end of his rope. Bring you to a farm in the middle of nowhere, and we shoot you.
And better yet, we want you to turn your head at a perfect time so it grazes your ear and not goes into your brain. What do you think, Trump?
And then we want you just to have enough adrenaline in your system to think about it, put up a fist,
Do a cool pose.
and then say fight, fight, fight. We'll have a photographer there. He'll take a great picture in 4K.
This all happened at Trump Tower.
It's like the moon landing. It was all green screen when they did this.
It's bonkers stuff. It's bonkers. Let's see here.
Ah, yes.
This is what we need, man.
Sometimes maybe we just need a campfire where the radical
Yeah.
right and the radical left can sit down and
Just
maybe
radically relax, man. They can radically relax.
have some radical marshmallows, turn off their
Yeah.
radical X accounts.
Yeah.
You know, there's no need to attack someone because of a goddamn tweet about a Call of Duty sniper attachment, and then just, you know, have
Yeah.
marshmallows and just talk. You know, back when you were kids in camp, and life was so much easier and simple. And then we grow old, and then we get mad. Who are you sticking your thumbs up at? Tell them to get the fuck out of the room.
Sorry. It was my daughter.
God damn it, you can't say that and make me feel bad. God damn it, get her the hell out of the room. We're working here. I don't care how sweet she is. Every time, I'm hoping it's Aaliyah. It's my daughter. Great. I feel like an asshole.
I was just joking. It was Aaliyah. It wasn't my daughter.
Oh, you
I
fucking...
said that to get you. Here's the ear thing.
The next president of the United
It
States.
is kind of big, Brian. Huh?
Donald J. Trump.
Dr. Spock.
What's Dr. Spock?
Look up Dr. Spock.
You think his ears gonna look like this now?
No, look with the bandage on. Look at the pointed top. Now go back to Trump.
Oh, yeah. I see it.
He actually
I
looks
see
like
it.
a Hylian from Zelda.
Yeah. The man is just a walking meme, dude. You gotta give him that.
It had to be amputated. I got a Vander Holyfield's ear. I got a black ear now. African American. I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Your Trump
Speak
impression
up.
is better than I thought, dude. Yeah.
African American.
You're actually really good with that one.
It's the guy that does the great impressions going around dressed up as Trump doing African American. That guy right there.
Yeah, that
that
guy
guy
on
is a black
TikTok.
guy. He's a black guy. He's African American. He's a great guy. Congratulations, libtards. You made it a reality. Look at the giant float. Wait for the thing after this. The Warhammer general guy. And then this. Look at this.
Oh my
It's like a
God.
lib. It's like the lib's worst nightmare. Oh, God. Oh, no. Do you know what it reminds me of? Back to the Future, when Marty goes into the future and Biff is the owner of, like, everything. He's got the casino. Everything's about Biff. He owns, like, the town that he grew up in. People go into the future left, and there's Trump, like a general guy.
That is pretty funny. Biden, they just asked him in an interview, have you heard from the Secret Service director? And Biden goes, oh, I've heard from him. The director is a woman.
Well, that's the problem right there. That's the problem right there.
Dude, Biden is on something right now. Boogie faked cancer. This is insane. Ryan and I were literally watching this earlier.
Here's the thing, because I did a stream, you know, because I had people saying, oh, you're faking cancer, Jim. So I showed my diagnoses and stuff like that. I'm going to guess he's working on a system similar to Epic, which most medical people do. You should be able to go right into diagnoses, and it's going to list everything that a doctor has ever said you had.
Yep, I just read it to him.
Okay, and so it lists the cancer there?
Yes.
Okay, so you could screen cap that and just show it. I mean, that's what I did, and then that would be the end of it.
Absolutely. And I made the decision 2 years ago that I would not do that, and I would rather leave the internet than to give the last shred of fucking privacy I have left.
Well, no, and here's the thing. I understand the privacy argument. You know,
I should have never went public with it.
No.
but,
No. Let me finish. I mean, you can redact information. There's no issue with that. But just show. I mean, it literally is just a page that says patient diagnoses.
Yep.
And then it lists what you have. It doesn't tell you who the doctor is. It doesn't tell you what hospital you go to. It literally just says the disease name.
And I won't be doing that.
But I don't understand why not.
As he's faking it. Context to this conversation, he was offered tens of thousands of dollars by people to show.
Destiny did he'll pay half your medical thing.
I think it was several people. It was several people that offered tens of thousands, plenty of money, let's just say, to him reveal what was on his essentially medical portal without obviously leaking private information, and he didn't do it. Now, consider this, Brian. For $10,000, he promoted a pump and dump crypto scam.
The crypto thing.
That was only $10K.
He publicly stated he was doing this strictly for medical bills.
He got $5K up front and $5K after if everything went great. It didn't. I don't think he got that $5K. But here, these guys are offering way more than that just for him to show proof that he has cancer. And he was like, no. Why? My dignity. He is a lolcow for sure. Here's the Destiny stuff Brian was referring to.
2 years ago, you said that you had a cancer diagnosis, but now you just said now they're doing a biopsy to check for cancer.
Confirmation.
Is this false MD? Are we treating a blood cancer without actually confirming it yet? For 2 years, you've been having a cancer treatment without confirming there's actually cancer there?
Because it was in my blood markers, and that's pretty goddamn definitive. You can Google that, Destiny. When you have the hormones, when you have the hormone in the blood that is produced by this cancer, it's pretty goddamn definitive.
So that's it. They're arguing about it. Again, it's so easy for Destiny to poke holes in Boogie's story here because, it's Boogie. And everyone believed this was a lie from literally the first second. But I would say right now, in other news, Destiny is kind of like his own lolcow. He loves debating. He loves the thrill of it, the dopamine rush, and he just talks like super fast. I just see him as kind of like just a weird online internet Ben Shapiro. Like Ben Shapiro is pretty weird as well, but Destiny is just kind of like left-wing Ben Shapiro. That's all he is. Talk fast and debate me, bro.
Talk fast. Don't let the other person talk. Just keep talking. Don't give them time to retaliate. Overload them with information.
Yeah, that's pretty much Destiny. So listen to this, Brian. You're gonna like this one.
Is it possible that next time you see your doctor, you just come out and say, do I have cancer? And he says, well, no. It could turn into cancer. Is that possible?
I guess that's possible.
So
I would have a really strong case for malpractice, but I guess that's possible.
You're saying that's possible. A person that knows they have cancer would be like, no, that is not possible at all. I have cancer.
Well, I'm saying I do have cancer and know it is very unlikely, but I guess it's possible my doctor could be a fucking quack. I guess it's possible he's been lying to me for clout. I guess it's possible that he's been giving me
I don't think he's lying to you, Boogie.
A doctor lying for clout.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? What doctor is going to lie? This doctor tells you have cancer for fun.
Oh,
that makes absolutely no sense to me.
An oncologist that makes $400K a year wants Boogie's clout.
What the what are you talking about?
Oh, it's so stupid. To the best of my knowledge, based on everything I know, Boogie went on steroids that could cause cancer in the blood years ago and was warned of the dangers. 2 years ago, after he lost all his money in crypto, he went to the doctor and had high red blood cells indicating he may have cancer blood. Before he got any confirmation, he rushed to make a YouTube video announcing he had cancer. A few years later, he still doesn't have confirmation he has cancer, but he's been telling everyone he does and use it for sympathy multiple times. Whether it was promoting his crypto scam or asking people to financially support him, lying about the cancer could be considered fraud. He's scheduled to get a confirmation test to see if he 100% has cancer soon. So unironically, even though he's lied, he may still have cancer.
How fucked would it be if he was lying about the cancer and then has cancer? Like, you know what I mean?
Well, let's continue the story. You may have missed something, and it's hard to keep track of because of how much you've lied about stuff in the past, but you said you weren't officially diagnosed until a month after that video. So here's the image. This is the timeline. I need your help. He's making a video. This is October 2022. His tweet is in November 16th. So just over a month, you can see the kind of timelines there. So I debated not sharing this, but I got my official diagnosis today, so why not? I do in fact have a type of blood cancer called polycythemia vera. It's extremely slow moving and many people live with it for decades. No big deal. No big deal. Unless you lie about it. Let's continue the story, Brian. It unravels more. Seems pretty clear to me that Boogie actually was diagnosed with polycythemia, was informed about polycythemia vera in the process, and has since gaslit himself into having cancer for various reasons.
Yeah, so there's two forms here. Polycythemia is one form, which is non-cancerous, and then the Vera is like the mutated form, which is a form of cancer.
Oh.
So he basically could have been diagnosed with polycythemia
And convinced himself it was the other one.
I think there's a psychological thing of what's that condition where you think you're what's the fuck? It's on the tip of my tongue.
Hypochondriac.
I feel like it's a little bit of a form of that, where he's convincing himself that it is the worst of that.
That makes sense considering how obese he is. Probably thinks he's gonna die any second.
Yeah, it's like a victim complex as well that's mixed in with the brain. And
Boogie with a victim complex?
I know, hard to believe.
I have done my own research, Brian. Some pretty good research.
Oh no.
I'm happy to report that Boogie does not have cancer. He admitted in front of 15,000 people the polycythemia vera diagnosis isn't even on his medical portal. It's not on his records.
We can probably give him the fucking
So
code.
Vera's not
where
on
they
there.
put it in-
Vera's not on the portal.
I don't know, man.
It's not.
I can send you a
You
bunch
do
of stuff.
know.
That,
It's
I
not.
got
4 days ago you were looking at
Yeah,
it. but you
4
weren't gonna
days ago you said you were looking at it.
like
So
I
it's
told you,
it's
I
not
spent
on
the
there.
last like I told you, I spent the last 2 years getting treated for it. I've been told by my doctor for the last
It's
2 years.
fine,
this is
Boogie.
fake.
Just admit it's not on the portal.
It's not on there. I told you this.
Okay,
I told
thank
I have
you.
to-
When you back yourself into a corner,
Yep.
you're just
Oh, he just posted this big long story. Damn.
get reading.
You read, bro. I'm always reading.
Okay, according to the internet, I lied about cancer. However, for the last 2 years, I've been treating the symptoms of that cancer. Blood tests, medications, and so much more. We still have one test left to do to verify which cancer it is. For now, we have been treating the polycythemia vera, which is the cancer they told me that I have. Okay, he's doubling down a little.
Okay,
there.
yeah.
My brother has seen it in my medical charts. My girlfriend and best friend have been present when the doctor spoke of it. We are now doing more tests to confirm the polycythemia vera or determine if there is a second cancer present. We are starting with a colonoscopy to see if there is cancer present there, as I've shown signs that prostate cancer is present. I was panicked when my doctor told me I have cancer 2 years ago, and when I was in a vulnerable state, I shared that long before I should have. I should have never jumped the gun like that. I have never done a GoFundMe. I have never asked my audience for money to treat this cancer. I never have and never will. In fact, in my years as a YouTuber, I've donated and helped raise tens of thousands of dollars for St. Jude Cancer Research Hospital to help people suffering with cancer. My father died of cancer. My best friend from childhood died of cancer. My friend John Total Biscuit died of cancer. Cancer is not something I would never lie about. But I should have waited for the final test to be done and not just repeated what my doctor had to say that day. I'm sorry that I ever spoke of it, and moving forward, no matter what happens, I will not speak of it publicly. I consider this a closed matter, and now will make sure it remains a private battle that is shared only with my closest loved ones. I'm sorry for those I have hurt or offended by either the rumors that have floated around or by my actions when I spoke too early about my cancer. Of all the mistakes and fuck-ups I've ever done in this life, this was the one that will haunt me to the bitter end, as it should. I'm genuinely sorry.
Okay.
ChatGPT.
Well, you remember about 3 weeks back, I said that I likely could potentially have a form of cancer. Turns out I got a rare blood cancer called polycythemia vera, which basically makes your body produce too many red blood cells. And in terms of the clarity that I referred to earlier, I've known about this for a little over 6 weeks. That it was a probability, though I just got my official diagnosis.
So that's what they're saying. He just said.
He got official diagnosis.
And here he's saying he didn't.
He didn't, yes. He said in his thing that he was told by the doctor that day, went home, made a video. In this, he said he's known about it for 6 weeks and he finally got his diagnosis. That doesn't really add up.
I think he's lying here. And I think he's telling the truth here in his Twitter post in the present. That's what I personally think. It's hard to be a lolcow on the internet once that reputation is built, you know? And then you come out with cancer and you're so vague about it, and it's very easy to just say he lied all along and stuff like that. I think the truth is probably somewhere in the middle. You know what I mean? He kind of lied. He kind of said the truth. It's very believable because he's a pretty big guy. He has a pretty stressful life and he has a family history of cancer. You know what I mean? It's all pretty believable. Like if I was a doctor and Boogie came in with me and told me his history and I knew what I was talking about and knew all the tests and did all the tests and stuff like that, shit, I wouldn't be surprised if something like this was going on in his body. So for me, I think with this situation, it's very much about like the way Boogie goes about things. That kind of fucks him over.
I don't understand his logic behind behind. Like, I refuse to show them the proof.
Yeah, the shady stuff.
Like, what is that? Is that ego? Like, why? Why ego? Like, what? It's a last bit of private information that I have. Well, your public perception is being destroyed. I would just like say, well, there it is, clear as day. That's it.
This is to wrap up the story. What happened is the doctor said, we think you have polycythemia vera. We don't know. However, we're going to give you some medicine to help treat it, because this medicine probably helps in general to take for him, right? So there's no harm and downside to the medicine, so you can take it. It will help treat it while we're waiting to get the bone marrow test to confirm it. So that's basically what happened. Boogie is very bad at dealing with difficult situations, like hard situations, and he doesn't know medical stuff very well. Clearly, it seems like he's mixing stuff up. The story seems to be mixing up quite a bit. So, well, it's not looking good, man. But I think this story is going to progress a lot. Boogie, when he discovers he doesn't have cancer. So fucked, bro. These memes, man, after the news. Boogie, when he goes to bed after messing up his life for the 100th time.
Every time.
Dude, Boogie the next day.
Goes swimming in radioactive water. Drinks the water.
Oh my gosh, bro. Oh, dude, people's memes about this horrible situation are insane. Next, news, Brian. This one doesn't get any better, honestly, bro. It's crazy out here. So this is someone named D'Angelo Wallace. So he's a commentator, YouTuber channel, pretty big, actually.
Phenomenal voice.
You, one of the largest commentary creators on YouTube, knowingly committed a crime against her.
That is an insane voice for commentating.
From a slender, lean person, and that voice comes out, makes me feel so jealous.
This whole story has to do with Cody Ko, and for him having, you know, with Tana Monjo, or Mongoose, I guess sometimes. I used to always think Tana Mongoose. My brain goes to that. When she was a Minecrafter and he was 25. Basically, this has been known for years now.
Not by me.
I've known this for a good while.
I have to take a certain song off my playlist.
Oh, yeah, you have a song. You have a Cody Ko song. Didn't Evan do a song with Cody Ko?
That's the song.
So this whole event happened 9 years ago.
They should still be looked at and not treated as an open secret and swept under the rug like you've been doing for so many years now. And from the way the situation keeps popping up more and more often, it's clear that there's only so much rug sweeping you can do before people start taking a closer look at things. So let's take a closer look. We both know that Tana Mongeau is a YouTube personality with a history of lies, controversy, and genuinely problematic behavior that's become so entangled with her brand that her podcast is called Cancelled with Tana Mongeau. And speaking of this podcast, about a month ago, she hosted a live episode in front of an audience, and the conversation turned to you.
Who's the smallest you've ever had? Oh my God, no one look at me, Cody Ko. I can say that. I was literally 17, I can say that.
That's what kind of started this?
Yeah.
So correct me, this wasn't years ago I knew, it was months ago. We're making a live retraction. So it was months ago, not years ago. So that was the clip that was recorded at one of her like tours that people go to. And she wanted to quote unquote spice up the tour by talking about something that she can't mention in videos. And so she mentioned the Cody Ko situation and the whole...
Because if Tana Mongeau was 17, you would have been 25. So people started speculating, and Tana decided to set the record straight.
I with Cody Ko when I was 17 and he was 25.
There you go. This got a lot of traction on TikTok and people put a lot of pressure on Tana, and then she comes out on her podcast and she basically talks about it. And Brian, are you here? What are you looking at?
I'm listening.
Okay.
Just keep talking.
She stated very clearly that the actions she's accusing you of are inexcusable.
If I had a 17-year-old daughter or a little sister or something, like I would kill. I would never let it fly.
Dude, look at that setup. That is a podcast setup right there. It's actually insane.
I can't stand your one on the left. What's her name again?
She was best friends with H3H3. She was in an Eminem rap video. She's married with a baby to H3H3's like other side of the family that he's married to. Oh my gosh.
I can't remember her name.
Gosh, I can't remember her name either. Say you remember her name and I'll remember her name.
I remember.
Trisha Paytas. That's it. Whew. Damn. I haven't heard much about her. But yeah. Wow.
That was insane. Quick, say the name I remember.
I had to tell my brain.
That's like a superpower. Okay, quick, what number am I thinking of?
She is back in 2021 saying the same thing.
I was 17 at the
2021.
time, 18. I started kind of hooking up with other people. Shout out JC Kalen, shout out Cody Ko.
So there you go. So yeah, it was years ago, 2021, when she first mentioned it.
Who's Casey Kalen? What is that?
Yeah, that guy might be next.
That guy might be outed right there. And he's all like,
where was Tana's parents, man, at 17? Where the fuck were her parents?
This is what happens when you go to LA.
It's very LA.
The ability to Tana's claims, and what is really the most damning thing for you, Cody, is a clip that you might not have even seen yet.
This was insane research by this guy, Brian. Watch this.
The clip I'm about to show you is extremely hard to find. The original has been lost to time, and it's a wonder we have this on video at all. But if there was anything to give me any more clarity about these allegations before I formed my opinion, I was going to find it. Remember how Tana said that fellow YouTuber Gabby Hanna tried to stop you before everything allegedly went down? Well, did you know that Gabby is actually on record telling the exact same story several years ago?
One time, I told a guy, I saw him with a girl at a party who was and I pulled him aside and I was like, hey man, you probably don't know, I know she like look she's watch it. And he's like, oh my God, thank you for telling me. And then he
That's it. So for those two people who are kind of worlds apart, to say it on two very different timing and occasions, and the details of the event line up perfectly, let's just say Cody Ko could be forking out a couple of million along with Trump. Oh dear.
People make accusations all the time, specifically regarding things that are very difficult to prove or disprove, unfortunate as that may be. But when somebody makes an allegation and they say they have a witness, and that witness can be found telling the exact same story years before any of this came out, that's not something I can just ignore.
Yeah, that point is pretty valid. They clearly didn't collaborate to talk about it at the same time, share the same details. These all happen on different podcasts with different timelines. And I don't think Tana's even that close to Gabby Hanna. She seems to be going through her own thing. She's got her own internet crazy lore out there. But yeah, basically, that's why I think this is true, Brian. You see? So I think it's true. And what's Cody Ko saying, actually? That's a good question. Is he saying anything? Up to now, he's pretty much straight up ignored it. And it seems that he's kind of not really on Twitter. Weird. The reason why it's only going viral now is it was a lot of small people and it was just gaining some traction on TikTok. But TikTok brain rot is so bad that they probably hear 10 allegations a day on TikTok. You know what I mean? But this did blow up on TikTok before this person made this video. So this person probably saw what was on TikTok, looked into it, and then did it. And once it blows up on Twitter, then you know it's done. It's donezo, you know what I mean?
Hey, you know they got your mans. They got your mans on charges. Yeah, the you be hanging with. The you be hanging with.
Me when I meet Vanos next. The guy you made the song with, Evan.
You got this charges, your man.
Evan doesn't even know the guy. Barely ever talked to him in his life. This is a very ironic one. Can't really use that the same anymore, but pretty ironic use of it now.
I said something about it online and it was starting to surface, and he texted me like, are we good? And was like, I said, yeah. And he was like, my wedding's coming up.
You do have a history of making bad choices when you're terrified of people finding things out, like your history of using slurs.
6, 7, 8, 9. Why are you laughing at that?
What do you mean?
Why do you find that funny? That's disgusting.
That's kind of why I'm laughing, I guess.
Wow.
I don't know, Brian. You caught me. Honestly, guys, forget about Cody Ko. Cancel me instead, guys. I laughed at what he said.
There's more clips than that, but the reason most people are blissfully unaware of them is because you posted your vague apology not on Twitter, not on YouTube, but on Patreon, despite acknowledging in your apology that the clips were surfacing on Twitter. This is one of many examples of your poor handling of controversy. Not many people know that you've already lost fans over an eerily similar topic. You used to frequently feature and promote your college friend Colby Leachman in your videos until it came out that during your school days, Leachman's university put him on probation for, as a United States District Judge would later put it, the video with another student, showing the video to other people, lying to the police about the video, and behaving horribly to that individual and at least one other woman.
Did he have him in videos after or before that?
Yeah, after.
That's conclusive stuff. Certified, 100%.
Yeah.
He was ride or die with him, I guess.
Some point you did wise up, so he's no longer part of your content, but he still seems like he's very much a part of your friend group. From the continued hangout since then to inviting him to your wedding just last year, people are under the impression that you're best friends with someone who, at best, committed an illegal act and at worst is an alleged. And no matter how many times people rediscover this information over the years, you refuse to say anything at all. You could clarify this, but you won't. But now your cowardice has reached a new low. You've tried speaking and you've tried silence, and now you're choosing censorship. On your YouTube channel, where you've been pumping out content nearly every day now, I couldn't find a single comment on your last video about this situation. Not even one. Comparing that to the comment section on your Instagram, where every single comment I saw was about this, it's clear that you're heavily censoring your audience on YouTube. But surely you must have realized the limits by now, since people have just transferred the conversation over to your wife's channel. The fact that her comment section is overrun.
Oh my gosh. Bro, that's so bad. Dude, he censored his own channel, so the fans basically went to the wife to get answers on her channel.
Oh, he's married?
You're not fucking listening, are you?
I didn't hear the wife part.
You didn't hear a bunch of shit I've been saying.
No. No.
Fuck's sake, Brian.
Just cancel him and move on to the next storyline. Come on, come on.
All right, fine. That's what Brian wants to do.
It's 10 p.m. Not my fault you're feeling a little sick today. We didn't start till fucking 3.
Okay, fine, Brian. We're moving on, guys. Cody Ko cancelled. There you go.
Bad person, cancelled, gone.
Bad guy.
Another one bites the dust, gone.
This is MoistCr1TiKaL. We were just talking about him.
Jesus Christ. This is when fucking Logan Paul goes up to people and everyone's like, oh, I'm sorry, man. Oh, it's nice to meet you. I love your Prime. Moist let me down. He should have said, Prime's dog shit, bro.
What's up, bro? Hey, nice How are you, dude? I like your videos, dude. I appreciate it. I know you've talked some shit, but...
Everybody hates Logan Paul. Is everyone around Logan just a fucking idiot?
I'm always super happy that people don't take it personally, man.
I don't.
Okay,
I don't.
Thank God.
I understand I'm a and I appear to be a bro. Good to see you, bro.
And also, Prime's pretty fire.
Thanks.
I'm not allowed to say that on camera.
I get it, bro. I get it, bro. Talk, bro.
Good luck today, all right?
Yeah, likewise, bro. Likewise.
All right, so Logan is kind of chill about it. I will say that.
Charlie L.
Charlie L. You know what? I'm going to disagree with you.
Prime is not fire. It's not fire.
Okay, yeah. No, I disagree. I disagree with that. I'm sure it tastes fine.
It tastes dog shit. I'll taste one for you right now. Do you want me to get you one right now? I have one in my fridge that I was supposed to do on stream. I'll do for you right now.
Go ahead, Brian. Go ahead, Brian. Why not, Brian? You already took fucking the finishing of the story of the last fucking topic, so I might as well extend this one.
Alright, okay. I have an unfortunate feeling this one could be good. Lemon and lime. It's hard to fuck up lemon and lime.
I think Prime tastes good. It has to taste. I've never tasted it, but it has to taste good. It's going to taste pretty sweet and...
Bro, that's so sweet.
What I've heard from people is it's too sweet. It's too sweet.
That is ridiculously sweet. That's like lemon and acid. It's too sweet for me to want to drink the whole thing, and it's not really refreshing.
It's definitely geared towards sugar brains. Sugar brains, man.
Yes, yeah.
You're not really a heavy sugar guy. It's a teenager drink. It's a kid drink.
I would agree with that.
They're not trying to appeal to men in their 30s or even their 20s. They're looking for kids and teenagers.
Yeah.
That's it. Prime is it's a money thing.
Charlie surely cannot taste this and go up to that man and say, Prime's pretty fire.
Oh, I will.
It ain't fire.
Charlie,
it should be thrown into a fire. That's what I'd do. Yeah. But it ain't fire.
I think MoistCr1TiKaL, I think he's doing the right thing. I think whatever you say about someone online, if you disagree with their, online behavior and you're online talking about it, I think it's okay to then meet that person in person and be nice.
Yeah.
There's no point just going up to him. Logan Paul, everyone hates you. I fucking hate you. Your prime sucks balls. We're here to sit in a cube with Mr. Beast for about 24 hours. See you there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think the main problem is that Charlie said, can't say that online though.
Yeah, that's yes.
That's like the Boogie, says one thing online and whatever.
Well, again,
if it's shit, just say it.
I'll go on his defense.
I'll
go on his defense on that one too when he says, I can't say it online. I think the reason why he can't say it online is because he's sponsored by another energy kind of drink company, G Fuel.
Is he?
Yes, he's sponsored by them. So he has a sponsorship with basically a sweet drink
Oh, well, then-
hydrating thing. So
Yeah, then that-
it's more of like, don't name other brands in a positive light. He probably has some contract where, you know, and a guy of his size, the contract's probably pretty strict or whatever.
Mhm.
And they're probably paying him big bucks. So yeah, it's, yeah, I can nearly taste it from here, man. It's.
I'm trying to think. Am I being too harsh? Am I like? I need one more taste.
No, I don't think you are, because my brother Andrew's tried it and he said the exact same thing you said.
It's got acidic.
It's battery
properties.
acid, bro. It's battery acid.
Yeah.
No offense. It would have been nice for him to say, hey, dude, I really think you should tone down the sweetness of your prime. Let's break it down. You know, this ain't really the place to do it. I think he was just going up, being nice, and then bouncing.
I will say I like the bottles.
Yeah, that's why Messi stole them. Did you see Messi's drink company? Same fucking bottle. I really like what the bottle looks like. Yeah, you and Messi.
Prime are gonna pull out of that Barcelona deal.
Let's get to that second part where Logan Paul's spiritual pressure sent me to the floor like it was right out
Oh,
of the
no,
Bleach
it's
anime.
not
I
G
was
Fuel he's
trembling
sponsored by.
in
It's
fear
Gamer
to
Subs on the
confront him
big
directly.
fridge back there.
So,
whoops.
This was filmed a month or so ago, a little over a month ago now. Since then, he is now apparently suing CoffeeZilla. Either Logan or someone on his team is suing CoffeeZilla, which is a massive fucking L. That is brain dead activity for sure. But when this was filmed, that wasn't happening. What was happening was he was publicly trying to make amends with the victims of his CryptoZoo scam that he them all with, and as far as I know, he has been paying some people back, and at the time was still in the process of paying people back through whatever like program he set up for it. But there was none of this lawsuit going on, and one of the first things that he said was that he actually deserved all of the shit that he got for it, for all of the mistakes that he made. Ludwig was also there, someone else who was shit on Logan Paul, and Logan was saying something to a similar effect there as well, from what I recall. So at the time, he was in the process of trying to fix all the dog shit that he put innocent people through. And when I talked about this on stream and in the videos about CryptoZoo and what was going on with it with the updates, I had always said, as long as the victims are made whole again and they get their money back, that's a happy ending. But Logan is still a scumbag for ever doing it in the first place, which is something that he also said he deserved everything he got from doing that. So, I have always said as well that I never harbor hatred for someone who will actually change. There's nothing to gain with just holding a grudge forever. That's childish. If someone is actually willing to learn and grow from things, I'm more than willing to break bread with them.
He changed his mind. Who'd have guessed? Who'd have guessed? Logan Paul just using the power of suing people, I guess.
So I'm just still pissed off about the Prime statement from Charlie. I can't let that one go.
It's okay, man. England lose the Euros.
Yeah!
Good, there you are. Good man.
Yeah!
We have to end it on a happy note. This is Brian watching Spain play England. And there.
I am from Barcelona.
Barcelona.
That was Brian.
Barcelona, yes.
Irish, Scottish, and Welsh people watching Spain against England. So good, dude. So good. And then afterwards, Spain back with the victory drink.
Oh, so good.
Oh,
Amazing.
my
So
gosh.
happy.
This is Brian liking every single tweet about England losing.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, that one's funny. That one's funny. That was funny. Ooh, that one's funny.
If you go on my Twitter, you look at my replies. The second England lost, I did the same
Oh
thing again.
yeah, yo, Brian,
Yeah.
back to back 2 days in a row. Saturday he used this for Trump. Sunday he used it for England losing. And the guy replies to him, "Petty." And then Brian, you have to voice yourself, obviously,
Wahey, come on, Dick.
because his name is
His name's
Richard.
Richard.
Yeah.
But fair play to him. He liked my thing. He handled it like a true champ. Well done. Give that to him. I was very well behaved. I was too busy celebrating in real life to be on my phone tweeting, thankfully. I was so relieved.
And relive the moment through Goldbridge.
I can't believe it, Charlie's only fucking gone and scored again.
Oh no! Oh no! I can't believe it.
There you go.
I can't believe it.
Bro, you could not write a bet. I teed that up so well. Brilliant.
You did. Mark Goldbridge, basically, he's a Man United fan, just like Brian, and he's pretty emotional, just like Brian. And whenever Man United lose, everyone laughs at him, just like Brian. Oh, is he crying? Oh, he's crying.
The person recording is definitely Irish.
Yeah, the little snort. That's you, Brian. That's you. It was a snort. There it is. That was you snorting at him crying.
It's just,
That
it's
was
an evil,
you.
it's an evil laugh. Snort is when, you know, I should not be laughing at this, but I can't help but revel in other people's misfortune.
Last but not least, Ireland immigration needs to stop. No, we're not finishing with this.
Get him out.
Wait a
Get him
second.
out. Get him out. Get him out. If he says anything about coming to Ireland.
Appreciate that big $5 BGN. When are you going to Ireland? Ireland is actually coming up very, very soon, chat. That's all I'm gonna say. Ireland, chat.
No.
Ireland is coming up very, very soon, chat.
I can't wait to meet him.
Oh,
I can't wait to meet him.
I know some people will be very welcoming at that.
Speed. Do you think you'll have the same experience as KSI where two people on a bike offered him?
That's, yeah.
Hey, Speed, come here, boy.
Yeah, Speed, here's some real fucking Speed, yeah. Do you need coke? Do you need coke? You want some fucking coke, yeah? I'll read that, Speed, yeah.
I think we're done, bro. Hit the end of the video. Like, subscribe, and all the good stuff. The end.